Hello, I am going to take you through a kettlebell workout. It's a full body workout. It's getting a little bit spicy. You do need a kettlebell. Oh, voila. I'd say a nice, decent chunky weight if you've got the option. There are some quite complex technical moves today. I'm going to give you some various levels so you can pick which one feels appropriate for you. So each time it will progress a little bit more. And if you think, wow, I'm not feeling that in the right place, it doesn't feel right, doesn't feel good on my back, for example, doesn't feel right, you can scale back to the first level. So do make sure it works for you. So we're going to start with a quick warm up to start with. So a little warm up of the shoulders, just give a few circles round. The idea of the warm up is we just want to give ourselves some time to mentally prepare as well as physically prepare the body. So as soon as you start moving, the blood starts flowing a little bit more, everything gets a little bit warmer, more pliable, more mobile. We can start to work our full range of motion. You should notice as well as we go through that your range does hopefully start to improve. Swing the arms forward and back. So hoping to get a dynamic stretch of your chest. So you actually pull the arms back. It should pull on your chest muscles a little bit and across the biceps. And then you squeeze your chest at the front. There's also some body weight elements in this. I want to call it a class because I teach classes generally. Class today, this session, this workout, that's probably the right word, workout. Side bends, just reach up and over and switch sides. Feel the stretch in the side of your waist. Just also more warming up through the back. Everything you do today, make sure you're working within your range, your capabilities, respecting your limitations, twist side to side. It might look different to what I'm doing. The idea is everyone, whatever level you're at, wants to feel the same at the end of it. So you want to feel like you've had a good workout. You don't want to feel any pain, any injury type of thing. Just want to feel like heart rate's gone up, muscles move burning, but no pain, please. And squats. Feet a bit wide in the hips, but the first round through we're not particularly warm, so they don't need to be very deep squats. You're aiming for hips back and down, spine staying lifted. Always like you're sitting on a chair, but the first round the chair's quite high, so you just have a little tap down before you stand. Your knees, you want to track them gently outwards towards the middle of your feet, rather than allowing the knees to buckle inwards. And as we go through each round, you can maybe work a little bit deeper. Perfect. Good morning. So feet underneath the hips, fingertips on the temples. Pull the elbows back so you're squeezing your shoulder blades, chest is open. Soften your knees so the knees stay over the heels and just push your bum back until you feel the stretch in your hamstrings and stand up. Your hamstrings are the muscle that runs on the back of the leg from the knee to the bum. So push your bum back. If you've seen Legally Blonde, it's like the bend and snap. So the bend and snap. Challenge is not going too low. So lots of people feel they have to go below shoulder height and end up rounding their back. And then do some push-ups on your knees. So come down to the floor, hands wide in the chest. You can do this in box if you wanted. So loading weight on the hands, bend your elbows, and then push the ground away. Or do them hands a bit further forward, hips a bit further forward, modified on your knees. The main thing is, even if you normally do push-ups on your toes, don't do it for the warm-up. It's your entire body weight, and we're just easing our way in. It wants to feel, like I said, quite easy at the start. Let's do it again, round 2, squats. So round 2 is where we're starting to find some depth. So gradually thinking about that seat is a little bit lower, trying to get the butt roughly in line with the knees. La 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 la. Tune. Good morning. Feet under the hips. First thing, set the upper back. Squeeze shoulder blades. Soften your knees. Push them back and up. As I was saying, lots of people feel like they have to go all the way down. This is a forward fold when you're folding under yourself. Your chest is against your thighs. Here, your chest stays lifted a little bit more. So you just feel that tension down the back. And just watch out that you've not locked out your knees. Your knees are soft. Your bum moves away from the knees. It's a hip hinge movement. A hip hinge is like, we don't tend to do that often day to day, so you might find it a bit tough to grasp. Push up on your knees. Whatever level you're on, in box or modified push-ups on your knees, you're now trying to go a little bit lower. So trying to find that depth, trying to get the chest in line with the elbows, making sure our abs are braced. So the hips aren't sinking below shoulder height, and there isn't an arch in your lower back. You're tucking your pelvis under, strong brace. Perfect. One more round of that. Squats. This time, let's see if we can get depth and a little bit more speed, a little bit more oomph. So starting to really get some heat building into the lower body. Again, you do not have to match my pace. You might be going faster than me. You might be going a little bit slower than me. Technique always comes first, then maybe speed. But yeah, I'm hoping we start to feel the breathing rate come up a little bit more as well. Good morning, feet under hips. Hinge, let's see if you can snap up to stand. Hinge, snap to stand. And as you snap, be mindful not to overshoot, but just come up to a regular standing position. Snap, bend, and snap. If you haven't seen Legally Blonde, you can either one, just Google the bend and snap. I'm sure you'll see it. Two, watch the movie. Apparently it's aged well. Perfect. Come down to the floor, push ups on your knees. I had a pop-up come up, and I hope that doesn't pop up on your screen. But I'll get rid of it anyway. So this one, same thing again. If you didn't get to your full range, keep it a little bit slower. If you manage to get that depth, start to pump it out. So then drop, drive, drop, drive, drop, drive. Getting good tension in your abs, in your arms, in your shoulders. If you can't feel your shoulders absolutely on fire, shift your weight a bit further forward. Perfect. Jump up, shake off, have a little break. If you can see my pop-up, you can also now see how slow my laptop is. It's still not closing. That's my goal. I'm gonna maybe make that my goal next year. Can you get me a laptop? Pow. Right. Come on, now close. Yay, perfect. If you saw that, did you see it? That's how long it took to shut. It took me half an hour to turn on my computer. Anyway, so sorry. You need your kettlebell. Put it in between your feet. In between your feet. You're gonna squat down. Pick it up with one hand. Put it down. Switch hands. Pick up. Put it down. Switch hands. Up, down, switch. The challenge on this is making sure it's a squat, so your ass is down, your chest is up, and you stand up using your legs, rather than folding, which is shoulders coming down, ass being higher, and then rolling up through your back. This isn't necessarily itself a bad exercise, but I want us to focus on our quads and our core. Pow. You can even get your bum lower than necessary if you wanted, and then just get more drive on the way up. The lower you can go, the more of your muscle in your legs you're going to work. This is level 1. You can always come back to this. Tricep dips, body weight. Using a chair, sofa. Take your weight in your hands and make your hands narrow so they're underneath your shoulders. Then bend your elbows, straighten your elbows. Bend your elbows, straighten, bend, extend. Elbows going straight back. The bum's going to want to move away from your sofa or chair. Try and keep it really close to your hands. If you need a bit less, you can come down to the floor instead. Same thing, hands narrow and behind and underneath the shoulders. You bend your elbows and straighten, bend your elbows and straighten. It's just less of your body weight. So it's a nice way to modify it. Somewhere in between is lifting your hips off and doing the same thing from here. Got another 10 seconds to go. Anything for the triceps though, is trying to keep elbows narrow. So you're going to want to flare and you want to try and keep them tucked inwards. Got 3 seconds. Perfect, stand up. So if you need to, back to that squat and lift. If you can, we're adding a high pull. Oh, we did a right high pull. So same things in between your feet. Squat, pull. Put it down, switch, pull. Put it down, switch. So your elbow comes high, and the aim is it's not a shoulder exercise. So it's not that I'm really pulling with my arm, but I'm giving a bit more oomph with the legs, and it's almost weightless at the top. Oomph. Same deal, watching that you're not bending through your back, but pushing with your legs. If that, especially with the weight you've got, if it's too much, You just stick back to where you were before. And I should have said, if you ever need to, both hands same time. You could also bring the ground up closer to you, maybe putting it on like a book or something if you need to make it a little bit higher. Perfect. Tricep dips again. 4-4 timing, meaning 4 seconds down, 4 seconds up. We're aiming for maximum 8 reps in the 1 minute. Take another. Less than that, it's 50 seconds, isn't it? Slow all the way down. Slow all the way up. Oh, the way up's a tough one. Really slow. Keep the elbows in. Keep the shoulders away from your ears. Slow on the way up. What is 50? So 4 times 4, 4, add 4 is 8. 50 divided by 8 is 6 point, then 2 left over, right? So we're aiming for maximum 6 reps if we can. Is anyone counting their reps? Take rest whenever you need if you need to. But shaking is fine. If you're feeling shaking and fatigued, that's great. That's kind of what we're aiming for. If it's feeling in pain, especially across the front of the shoulders and the chest, take a little break, maybe modify. Okay, squat clean. You've got the option to do that squat stand, squat high pull, or squat clean. So you squat, and then kettlebell comes up to the shoulders. Squat, down. Now, this one can really bang onto the wrist. So kind of put it at an angle this time, and the kettlebell kind of goes around your arm. You tuck your elbow underneath, rather than it coming up and then flipping over the top and banging on the forearm. That's what I used to do, and it hurts a lot. So if you're getting that bang, you're almost turning the elbow around and underneath it. The kettlebell goes around your arm. Quite hard to master. Oh, I didn't. Did you see that? If you probably wouldn't, you probably didn't. But that one, it flipped over for me. Yes. Perfect. One more round of tricep lifts. Last round of tricep lifts. 1.5 reps. We're going to go down. We're halfway up, down again to the top. So, choose your level. All the way down. Halfway up, down again to the top. Again, all the way down. Halfway up, down again to the top. All the way down, halfway up, down again to the top. That's your 1.5 rep. So you get a little bonus half rep in between. Again, by this point, your elbows are going to want to do this and tuck out. You're really trying to keep them tucked in. Notice if your back is moving away from your sofa or chair, try and keep it closer. And by the way, if you manage to complete this whole workout and you're like, nailed that, next time, why don't you try putting your weight on your lap and make it a little bit heavier. That's an option if you want to advance it. Yes, well done. Have a break. Have a shake. What I should have said earlier on is that we just do one set of that. Tricep dips done. Second round. So that first focus on the squats is all the quads as well as the bum. Of course, the core works everything all the time. And the next round, we're going to work more the hamstrings. So it's working that hip hinge movement. Hip hinge. Again, I'm going to give you different levels. You choose where you go up to, and if you ever need to scale back to this first one. So first we're going to RDL, Romanian deadlift. You hold the kettlebell in both hands. Instantly, it's going to try and pull you forward. You squeeze your shoulder blades, pull the shoulders down, set them up and back. Soften your knees so they're over the heels, and then push your bum back, away from your heels, and stand up. Push your bum back, 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 and stand. Back, 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 back. You want to feel the stretch down the back of the legs. So if you don't feel it, the chance of your bum's going down, 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 down into a squat. So yeah, really think about pulling your bum back and maybe even upwards. Do not think you have to go to the floor. In fact, do not go anywhere near the floor. That tends to mean you're rounding into your back. So aim for your hands to be roughly on the top of the kettlebell, roughly in line with your knees, and the kettlebell will just dangle to around the mid-shin. If you aim for there, that's going to get you in a nice technique position for your hamstrings to be loaded to your glutes, to your bum, and not take pressure into lower back. Yes, perfect. Push-ups. Now's the time. If you want to try the toes, give them a go. And the best thing to do is try, because you never know. So set up in plank position with the hands a bit wider than your chest. Weight forward over the hands. Bend your elbows and straighten. Bend your elbows and straighten. These might feel harder than normal because you've just pre-fatigued in the tricep push-ups. So if you find yourself you can't do that at all, you're just on your knees like we did in the warm-up. You've also got the option to bring your knees in into box. Whatever option you're at, load your weight forward, 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 forward. More forward than you think. You want to feel the top of your shoulders burning. That means you're loading it safe rather than hands out in front. That's an less safe position for your shoulders and less tension in your shoulders. So really keep the weight further forward than you think you should. And then the hands are in line with chest. We're going to target chest. Oh, yes. Perfect. Jump up. Option to continue with those RDLs if that was the right level for you. Or have it in front of you. Grab it flat back, swing it through the legs. Stand, swing it through the legs. Stop it back in front of you. Swing through, stand, swing through, stop. Swing through, stand, swing through, stop. Make sure, flat back, and you're not swinging with your back. So it's no rounded spine here, flat back position. Whip it through, whip it up, whip it through, stop. Whip it through, whip it up, whip it through, stop. That power is coming from your hip drive. Your back body is driving the hips up, and then the weight is propelling them backwards on the way down. So this is how it's targeting the back of your body. Whip, whip. Do not feel like you have to get that kettlebell really high. It's more about just coming to a full stand. Lovely. Push-ups, 4-4 timing. So mimicking what we did with the tricep dips. You're aiming for, what was it? What did we work out? Six reps maybe. 6 to 7. Find your position. Slowly down. Slowly shaky up. Oh. And the way up is always so much harder than the way down. So you might find if you're in between toes and knees, you might need to lower from the toes. And then when you get to the bottom, you think, oh my God, I can't change direction, turn up. Drop your knees down, push up from the knees. That's a really nice way of doing half the reps on your toes and then half of the knees. And gradually you work on that, especially that control of the lowering phase, you'll start to increase the strength to push back up on toes as well. If you're noticing you're having to drop your hips and come into like an up dog position, do drop your knees. Whoosh. Shaky, 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 shaky. Oh, yosh. Perfect, come up. You've got the option to stick with that RDL. Stick with the dead stop swings or kettlebell swings. Start in the same position we did the last time. Whip it through your legs. Stand up. Then it goes through the legs. Stand up. Through, stand. Through, stand. And again, the thing I noticed everyone wanting to do is get the kettlebell up here, really working the shoulders. That is a kettlebell swing variation, but think instead about it really going between your legs, swinging back, and then you're propelling it forward. This is where some people find it's a bit too much. If their back's not strong enough, they start putting it in the back, either from rounding or just generally that pressure, that speed is too much. So you can stick with the dead stop or the RDL. It should be though, highest heart rate. And anytime you get stuck, by the way, stop with it on the floor again, that dead stop. Start the same way, whip it through, stand up, repeat. Oi. Perfect, you know what's coming, yeah? 1.5 reps on the push-ups. All the way down, up halfway, all the way down, up all the way. We go. Down, up halfway, down again, up all the way. All the way down, up halfway, all the way down, up all the way. Being okay with being on knees or in box. The goal is going to be depth as well. So if you're finding you're at the top of the range, maybe reduce your intensity by dropping the knees. So you can go a little bit lower, get that real big tension in your chest. Real big tension. I feel like that's an Americanism maybe? Real big. I'm not American. Whoosh, whoosh. But if you came to the knees or box when you were still able to do the other level, try one more at the other level. Perfect. Perfect. Have a little shake. Got one final bit. We're gonna work, rest, work, rest, work, rest. Done. Not sure how many times I did that. I think it's 4 efforts. You've got 2 options. And we'll do a burpee. So your hands, if you can, flat on the floor, jumping or stepping to a plank, jumping or stepping to come up. So option is to step back, step in if you need to. But when you come up, this first round we're going to do a clean. So do it either side of your kettlebell. You get into your squat position, and you're going to clean, and then come back down. So you're holding the top of the kettlebell, and then as you come up, you shoot the kettlebell, the hands are on the side of the bell, and then back down. So let's go. Burpee, jump or step. Have a space behind me. Oh, just about. Come into squat. Clean. Back down. Repeat. So we go plank, squat, keep the ass down, and then use your legs to clean and squat. That's your option with 2 hands. If you're feeling good for the one, we did that squat clean before. So you can do a burpee, and then pick it up in 1 hand, single arm clean, pop it down, burpee, single arm clean other side. So that's your more advanced level if you're able to. If not, both arms same time. Remember, it's absolutely okay to step out as long as we feel a plank position, a squat position, and then we don't use the back. Drop the hips, whoppa, whoppa. Hands again, they go up, and then elbows again, round. You've got 5 seconds, you've got time for at least 1 more rep. Little break. By the way, there's burpees every effort of this. So the burpee situation stays the same. This time you burpee in, come into your squat, and then you're going to whip it through, stand up, whip it through, place it down, do a burpee. Hands down, jump or step into plank, jump or step into squat, get the ass down, get the chest up, whip it through, stand up, whip it through, place it down, repeat. Burpee, plank, squat, swing through, stand, swing through, down, repeat. It's a lot. And if you're finding, oh my God, a bit too much, same thing with option RDL instead of a swing. The burpee as well, if you needed to, you could do 1 hand, 1 leg, in, swing through, stand, other hand, other leg. It's still kind of getting that ability to come down to the floor and back off again. How's your heart rate? You should be puffing. Oh gosh. Do feel free to go faster than me, by the way. I haven't done burpees in a long time. Strong brace needed, all of this. You want to make sure your hips don't sag in your plank, and you're not lifting with your back in the swings. Perfect. Shake. Break. Next one, burpee with clean and press. So you've got the clean down. Got the clean, and this will be under press. Go down, down. Ready? Burpee. Jump or step. Clean. Press. Return down. So we're going to hold the side of the kettlebell to go from the top. So around to the sides, your elbows tuck in, brace your core to press overhead, down. If you can't push overhead, then use your legs to help nudge it up. Or stick with just doing the clean. Same deal. If you want to do this single arm, then do as in a regular burpee. 1 clean single arm, press single arm, and then return back down. So I'm hoping, again, you're finding a level that challenges you. It's not impossible, but it's punchy. And we're getting a good heart rate kick. Losing my glasses. Oh, perfect little shake. Right, this time, your challenge. Swing again. Option of trying to swing it all the way up over your head. And if that feels out of control, it feels way too much, go to where you were for RDL or dead swing. But let's do the burpee. You need to swing through with more aggression, stand up more aggression. So you swing through, stand all the way, down, dead stop. I'll show that from the side as well. So you do your burpee, swing through, all the way, dead stop. Plank, squat, swing, stand, swing, dead stop in front of you. Try not to make it a dead stop within motion. Let the floor stop it for you. You've got 30 seconds to go. We're done. We are done. What more can you give? Don't worry if you can't get your arms overhead. Just go where you can. The idea though is your legs doing it, not your shoulders. So much oomph can you give with your legs? Less than 10 seconds to go. Oosh, oosh. And done. That's contact lens workout really, isn't it? Oh, little shake off. Keep your feet moving, stretch your shoulders. Do one arm across. And you might want to pace around a little bit. Your heart rate should be quite high. So rather than just coming to a dead stop, it comes down faster when we keep moving. So you're maybe pacing around your room, the gym, common park, wherever you are. Breathe. How did you find that? I am quite conscious doing technical moves like that online. So I really hope, switch your arms, everyone's found that doable without getting injured. I never want anyone to get injured. But yeah, when a weight is swinging, it can be easier. If you are not sure in a technique, please drop me a message. Send me a little video of yourself, and I can give you a little bit of help. The whole reason I'm doing these online things is to help people move better. Definitely at the moment, I can't busy in my work, but I have time. So I do get in touch rather than struggle alone. Stretch your triceps, reach one arm out, bend it, pull it. If you're watching this at a time, and possibly I've got into this like massive business, then I'll make sure I've got a team of people that could help. But yeah, get in touch and give you a way to get in contact. We can help you. Breathe. Did you all get the heart rate high though? So many burpees at the end. Ew, ew. Ew, ew, ew. Switch arms. Shout out to Leslie with the ew. Leslie's one of our girls at the Common. And I always say, like, obviously it's outside, with rain or shine. And I always say, if it's bad weather, I'm like, right, you've got like, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute to complain, and then that's it. We just suck it up, we get on with it. Here's what it is. And then Leslie one time just goes, ew. And now we do that basically anytime they put their hands on the floor. Ew. It's funny. Stretch your chest. Either pull the elbows down and wide, squeeze your shoulder blades, open the chest, or you might want to bring your hands on the lower back, roll back the shoulders, squeeze your elbows in, maybe lace your fingers behind your back. I actually like to lace and then press my hands. It gives me the best opening, but then do the one that suits you. But you're having to feel the stretch across the top of the shoulders, right here and towards the armpits. Sweaty. I'm so sweaty. Da, 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 da. Perfect. Stretch your back. Link your fingers in front. Tuck your chin around your back. You might even want to round a little bit more so you get the upper back as well as in towards the mid and lower back. But keep pushing your hands forward for you to feel that little stretch across the shoulder blades. God, it's got me getting sweaty. Mm-hmm. 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 Just stretch your quads, hold on slightly for balance if you need to. If you've got one foot, pull the heel in towards the bum. And every time you breathe out, see if you can relax somewhere. Because whenever we work out like that, it's creating stress in the body. Stress isn't always a bad thing, and it's also good to how to kind of manage stress just by breathing. So just heart rate's hopefully starting like on its way down. You can exaggerate your out breath a little bit and just turn the body, switch legs so you can relax again. I'm in heaven. I'm so sweaty, yes, I'm sweaty, yes, I am. Na 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 na, la 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 la, na 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 na. Cheek to cheek, face to face. What is that song? It's not a Christmas song, is it? Hopefully not. Whoopah. I'm going to stretch the hamstrings both at the same time. Just feet on your hips, just fold your body forwards and then dangle. So you might want to have a little softness to the knees. You might be part way up, you might be all the way to the ground. You might even want to hug yourself in. Just let your head relax. Feel the stretch all the way down the backs of the legs, a little bit into the bum, the lower back, upper back maybe. And tuck your chin, roll on up, have a little shake off, give yourself a big round of applause, big pat on the back, well done, I really hope you enjoyed. Anytime you're doing these weights kind of thing, like I said, I've hopefully given you some options to scale back to or scale up to. So you know there's room to like go again, try again, practice, get the technique down. Maybe you can start to increase your weights, something like that. You know what I mean? Like let's try and see if we can improve. But yeah, any questions, anything, if you need feedback, get in touch. But thank you very much. Well done. And hopefully see you soon.